Okay, so welcome to another session of Free to Heal, where we have formerly incarcerated loved ones, children, anybody impacted by the criminal justice system is welcome to participate. And we come here trying to heal from the scars and the ravages and the residue of what incarceration has done in our lives to not just us, but our family members, our neighbors, our community, and our country as a whole. So tonight we're going to have a discussion, and Miss Roberta started talking about describing what the issue was and that we want to discuss tonight. Go ahead.
Well, like before excuse the list because I can't take it off. Before I left, I was like very hood, very involved in gangs and just a different person. Like they could depend on me. And when I say they, whether it be family or friends or whatever, they could always depend on me to be the person to just for anything that was negative, maybe. So here now coming home, I came home and then I was different. I didn't stay out late. I go to sleep early. I'm not like drinking and smoking, and I'm just different. And so now all of a sudden I'm different. I'm not the same person. Of course, I am not the same person, but I am the same person. Like I can still laugh, but I'm just going home because I got to go to work. Like that was never the thing. So now I find that people have begin to veer away. Like nobody calls me when things is happening for whatever reason, and it kind of hurts my feelings sometimes because I'm still Roberta. I'm just not hood Roberta, but we can still laugh. I'm still clowning. I'm just not over the top. I'm like not over the toilet throwing up the next day, and that's not what it is, right?
I see your hand. I got you. I see your hand. Yeah. And so go ahead, because I got a lot to say about that too. Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah. Wonder other people.
Roberta, thank you for that topic because I just endured something recently. Old acquaintances was like, "Oh, you out? You back in business?" You see what I'm saying? The old me. The new me is like, you ain't did 26 years and worked on you. So a lot of times is we've been in prison so long that we worked on ourselves. Everybody else haven't worked on themselves. So a lot of people is looking for the old Roberta because that's who left and went to prison. They didn't go through the transformation you went through to the new Roberta, like myself, and I can speak on my I-isms, and you know what that means. My I-ism is now that I'm a changed person, don't look for me to be the one that come and rescue everybody, nobody, no more, because I have more to lose than they do. And that's how you view it is, look, if you don't want to be around me, then you was never around me for anything positive anyway. What type of relationship did we really have? That's the first thing you want to ask. The second thing you want to ask is, do I feel like this is healthy to continue this type of relationship that we had from the past? Evidently, I've changed for the positive. What have you done for the positive? I mean, we all can get out there and clown and laugh and all this, but then don't be afraid to step out of your circle and meet new people because new people make positive changes, make positive things, and you grow further and further on in the way that you want because you attract who you are, you know? And that's why I tell people all the time, date yourself, meet yourself, and get to know who you are because if we lean on other people's views, we tend to get a misconception of who we really are because we've been through a lot. We've changed a lot. We did the work, in other words. You know what I'm saying? Where a lot of people are afraid to do the work. Young lady told me that worked with me. She said, "How does it feel coming out after such a long time? And why do you feel like you can just you don't have to have nobody with you to do things?" I said, "Because every time I got in trouble, I was with somebody. I never got in trouble by myself. So I like myself now. I date myself. I go out and spend $350 at Board last week. That's what I meant to tell you. I went to Board last week on Santa Monica Promenade, and I spent $350 on a meal on just me. I love me, and everybody that's
Old
around
fat
me is
pig.
positive. Huh?
You big old fat pig. $300?
Yeah.
That's enough to buy my sodas for the month.
Well, and keep in mind he need to hush because just because he drop his at the casino and give it to the casino, you could put yours in for some food, and he put his in the casino.
I haven't been to the casino in 3 months.
Don't even matter when you go. You tell me last time when you spent $1,200 at the damn casino. Okay.
Oh my God.
So, well, but listen. So this is the thing, right?
No, I go once.
There's so many things that come up in that topic, Roberta, that through the years in working with people who are still incarcerated, people who have come home, people who were involved in gangs. Oh my God. Oh my God. Surprise, surprise, surprise.
That is not died. Ooh, James, look.
Ooh.
Her in person tonight.
You gonna make me put some clothes on.
One of the things that comes up, has come up through the years is that people, when you go to prison, I've often said to people, the legend of who you are grows. Whatever you were, if you were that solid person, that has grown, and they're expecting even more of that. Also, their time stopped as it related to you. You spent over 24 years incarcerated. Well, a lot of people they never, just by being 24 years older, you would expect that things would change. Okay. I never been to prison, but I stopped clubbing and like drinking. Listen, as a young girl, and I'm talking way underage, I could drink with the best of the boys at the table. Trust me, okay? By the time I was 35, my body said, hell no, you ain't doing this no more. No, you gonna take 1, 2 maximum, and that's all you can have. You can't have no more because you have been abusing me for 20 years, okay? So there's things just by you maturing and living on the earth. 24 years later, anybody that's expecting you to be the same and do things the same is really tripping. But they expect it. Time stopped for them right there. It's no different than when Cheryl talks about realizing that her son was 17 years older. You went to go try to do something for him, and he's like, what you doing? I'm a grown man now. I'm not the little boy that you left. So a lot of people, time stops right there for them, for when you went in. And in a lot of instances, people want you to be that same person because it benefited them. When you talked about it, you said people could count on you for whatever it was. Call you, that's the girl for the job, right? You there to support, but it was all in negative behavior.
Can I say something?
Please come, but I need you to come so they can see you though. Wheel yourself over. There you go.
You know how to.
Roberta. Old keys don't open doors. Period. None of us is who we were 24 years ago. And old keys don't open new doors. Period. So the person that she talks about where time stopped for them, they still have that key. But you've moved, transcended, gotten a new place, gotten another place, got a new car, got another car. They still have that set of old keys. So you can't be disappointed in their lack of growth when it comes to you. You should be relieved because you know the difference. Your expectation of other people has to be the expectation of yourself. Stop giving people too much credit. They're stuck back with those old keys, those keys you had when you were a young girl. They open now. They don't open anything now. But you're giving them too much grace and too much credit in your life. You're in a different place. And if you don't stop with them lips,
You
I
can't
can't
turn
take
it
it
off.
off.
You can't figure out how to get it off. And wait, and then when she tried, and wait, what's even funnier is a minute ago she tried to stop it. She tried to stop it and put on another filter that had her on top of the lips that had a pig nose and pig ears. So she doing good right now, right where it is. Right where it is, she can't turn it off. So, but
in all seriousness,
Yeah.
none of us, those people are not the same people that they were 24 years ago. Maybe they haven't transcended to the space that you have. But if they're not where you are, remember, talk about the villages. Your village is a revolving calendar. Your village goes where you go, and those people are no longer a part of your village. There's nothing that they have to offer to you to get you to the next level, to keep you where you are. And so you can't feel disappointed or feel you giving them too much power.
well, but this is the thing, though. This is the thing I want to say about it, though, because I understand. Like these are people that you cared about, I'm sure. Otherwise, it wouldn't even hurt your feelings that they don't, that they're not, they stop inviting you to things or whatever. But I want to use an example that I know is true. And that is addicts, when they begin to get clean, they can't travel in the same circle that they used to travel in, no matter how much. And if it means separation from family, even blood family, they have to do that to protect their sobriety. And in your instance, it's protecting your freedom, as well as the fact that there's just things,
And my
right?
peace. And my
Right.
peace. I don't want all that extra drama. Sometimes everybody get like, I see where I used to be. I see everybody's like drunk and they smoke some weed, so they arguing and stuff. And I'm looking like, y'all silly.
And
like
it's
y'all
not even fun
like
anymore,
y'all
right?
older than me.
It's
Yeah.
not even fun anymore. This is not a good time, because this is nothing more than conflict, right? And it's just, and if getting, because look, I know a lot of folks who get together, get drunk, fight, and they talk about what a good time they had. Go
That
tear
used
up
to
some
be me.
stuff. That was a good time, man. We had fun, man. And you remember when you ran up on us? Okay, that shit's not fun.
I'm trying
But
to
it
get people
wouldn't
to
be
come to Free to Heal. They don't want to come.
right. No, because they're still where they are.
A
And
lot of
the
people
things that I know is
change.
elevation often causes separation. And
Yeah.
you've elevated for a couple of reasons. Number one, just by age alone. And number two, all the years that you did in the penitentiary, you don't ever want to do those things again. And as James said, there were things you had to do. You had to do some work on you to get out, right? There's things you've had to do. There's things you've been spending your time on with us at Free to heal the wounds from the things that started it and whatever happened, right? So everybody's not doing that. So they're not going to want to hang out with you. And it doesn't look like a good time anymore. But that's okay, because how many times have you heard me say the person that went into prison is never the person that comes out? I don't care how long or how short a period of time or how long, but especially if you've done a long time, it's not the same person that comes out.
That's true. And right now, I always
Wait
like.
1 second, because Di was saying something in the back. Wait, you
Okay.
going to come up so they can hear you, sweetie.
I was saying, you can still love them, you can still socialize with
She's
them,
just pushing
but
everybody.
you have
up
to
there,
love
ain't you?
them and socialize with them at a distance, because now you in another place, you know what I'm saying? Your love
Right.
and respect for them will never change, but you just can't coexist with their have going on, what you have going. It's not working out for you.
And you've had this experience too.
Yes,
in a big way, huh?
Super big way.
Yeah, come to think of it, like
Yeah.
a whole circle of friends.
That I don't even deal with no more. I
Wow.
love them, but I don't hang out with them. I don't do the things that they do anymore. What they're doing right now is not fun to me. It's boring. Like, oh, I was really tired. I was done. But okay, I did that. But I did it. But now I don't do that anymore. So it's okay. It's cool. I ain't stopping nothing. I'm still eating. So it'll be okay.
You
It just
yeah.
takes time to get used to different things and different people, because you're different. Like, I'm so different now. Sometimes I make my own self nervous. Like, oh, yeah, let that go. Yeah, okay. Yeah, but it's okay. You can do it. I know you got this.
Yeah, no,
She
for sure.
already did it.
I
She already did it.
already know. I just felt like, yeah, I just wanted to share that. And I also want to just say, before I open it up to
Wait a
other
minute, say
people,
it again, Roberta.
I also wanted to say, because I always just tell her, but I wanted to say this in the platform, that if it was Cheryl played a big part, because
Why could she give you credit?
has she not uh imposed in my life to just start like pointing me in different directions, or just saying, hey, come here, or "Ooh, you should say something to Tony," or this and that, and then me open it up to say, well, probably, like, sure, I'll get on my damn nerves, but probably I'm gonna do it anyway. And then I did. And so now I have a whole new set of people.
Village,
Yes.
a
Yes.
whole new village, a
And it's
whole new
different.
circle with a whole new focus. And things change and things move different, and you're not missing out on anything with the old people. That's the good news, right? Because you could pop in on them and get your hugs and your love from them and get to stepping, right? Go in, pop in here, see them for a few minutes, see what's happening, let them see you, you see them, and move on.
Yeah.
And then that way you get your fill. But I understand, because I've seen it happen before, because again, elevation often causes, more often than not, causes separation. It's going to cause you not to be able to hang out with those same people that was doing the things that you're over. You're beyond those things at this point. You know, you've moved on, and they haven't. And that's okay. You know, it's not a judgment issue or anything like that. It's just that you are different. And it's okay that you're different.
Or you could not see them at all.
Right.
Yeah, you can always do that. You can.
I have great separation from, oh yeah, you know, or you cannot see them at all. You know, if they are not, if they're not bringing something positive into your life, and they're bringing you down. You know, I have an uncle, and you know, the last time I saw him, you know, I was just staring at him, and he was like, "Why are you looking at me like that?" I was like, "Because you look horrible. You're not taking care of yourself. You know, it's 10 years between us, and you walk around you look horrible, and you're not taking care of yourself. I'm concerned about you, but you know, sometimes I pop in. I used to pop in here and there, and my pop-ins might be once a year today, whereas they might have been once a month, once every couple of weeks, or what have you. But you begin to get a bad taste in your mouth for even experiencing it. So it's okay. You know, it's just how it is. You know, on the block, they call me everything under the sun. I'm bougie, I'm this, I'm that. And I'm like, it's whatever. You know, there's more to life than this block. and I want to go out and I want to experience it. I'm not gonna get caught up in how you feel, because I got to do what I need to do for myself. And you get to a point where what they think and how they move doesn't even matter anymore.
What's
So
bougie?
I'm bougie.
What is it?
Bougie is
I'm
high
uppity.
sedity, uppity, uppity,
I'm
yeah.
uppity because I don't want to be on the block. I don't want to sit on the block on Friday to Sunday and get drunk and smoke weed and sit and do what everybody else do. I'm uppity, I'm bougie, and I'm like, yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. I'll pin that on my shoulder and I'm gonna keep moving. You know, there's more to life than just the block. So,
And you know, another thing about it too is this that I find is that it all now is at the discretion, at your discretion. It is however you feel. Like I always, y'all hear me say this all the time too. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't, right? So today, if you feel like fooling with it, then you fool with them. But it is your choice.
right.
You get to decide when and how much and for how long you engage with those people. You don't have to, it doesn't require you to totally cut them off, or if you feel that you need to cut them off, you can do that too, right? Because trust and believe, nothing's going to be taken from you that it won't be replaced with something better. Why? Because you're better, right? And this is what a lot of people don't realize. When we want to be better in our lives, sometimes it definitely requires us to step away from the people that we've been hanging with. Mr. Steffens, I think I saw your hand a little while ago.
Yes, I think this is such a great topic that we talk about tonight.
You know what? I'm not sure if it's the system, but I want to make sure I can hear you.
Yes, I think this is a great topic that we're talking about tonight. You know, I thought about this as we were talking, and you know, from 1994, I was into the drug scene.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't a drug dealer; I was a drug user.
Uh-huh.
But at that time, I wasn't part of a gang, but the court system had labeled me as a shooter because they said with the propensity of a gun in my hand that I would do damage. Well, I acted out on things that was no emotion attached to it. And I didn't have consequences from the things that I did or the people that I thought that I would hurt in a very bad way. And so that went on and went on for 34 years. And in 1993, I was arrested and gave a life sentence. I began that transformation at that time. I asked, you know, I prayed to the Lord many, many nights and days, making me different and why I felt the way I felt. You know, I talked so much about that dark area in my life, you know, where there was nothing attached to it. And, you know, today I thank and praise God for his mercy and his grace for making me over and letting me lie my burdens down. So I'm a new person today. I don't have to do those things that I used to do. I don't have to validate my life with guns and drugs and that whole thing. And so, you know, it's just the grace that I have received and the blessings that I constantly get. And you know, and I'm so proud of myself now. It's the way I feel and the way I think, where I never had that time to do that before.
Yeah, that's awesome. You know, I really love the fact that you're proud of yourself, because we don't often pat ourselves on the back. You know, when we accomplish something, you want it to be made over, and now that you are, I'm glad that you're giving yourself that pat on the back and giving yourself that high five for accomplishing something that you set out to accomplish. Mr. Terrell, you had something you wanted to say. She directed traffic.
Yeah, I just wanted to say this. If anybody don't like how you moving, FUCK them.
With a capital F.
Screw them, and keep it pushing. Because life is just evolution. Everybody should evolve, and everybody is evolving, but some people are regressing instead of progressing. And for them to even think that you would be the same person, it shows you and tells you who they are right now and where their mindset is. So stay moving ahead of the fray and understand who you're dealing with. And I'm like what Tony said, and Cheryl was saying, basically, it's like, do you, and love people from a distance and love people through the universe. I do it a lot. I'm in the process of just cutting people off. You cut off. I just love you from the universe, throw you some positive energy. I don't even need to see you, talk to you, text you, none of that shit. Because it's like a point in your life where you have to come to where you have to let a lot of things and a lot of people go to move forward. And it's not even to be saying that you're above them or beyond that. It's just about doing you and being a better you and making sure you don't put yourself in vicarious situations that'll put you back in prison or dead or somewhere else. You know, so you have to always think preventative now. You know, we're not spring chickens, you know.
Right.
So we want to live more and longer, but at the same time, it's like we got to think of those, we have to move in preventative measures to actually, you know, minimize a whole lot of risk and bring down the risk factor, you know, because like I tell people all the time, when I go to work and go home, let's lightning strike or I don't wake up in the morning, I'm going to see the next day out here. You know, opportunity is going to be there for me. But if you out here taking risks, going to the gas station late at night, doing different things that you normally don't do, or being around certain people and indulging, or, you know, just being curious, being, you know, thinking it's sweet and green out here, you'll come up missing. So, or slipping somewhere. So you have to be conscious of what you're doing and how you're moving so that you can look forward to the next good thing. But don't worry about what the next person say. Like I say, FUCK up. Straight up. Screw them and screw them and screw them. Do you and do what makes you feel good and what makes you feel comfortable. And as long as you're growing, it's okay. And if you're going to always be able to meet some new people in your life. And it might not be tomorrow, might not be next week, but you're going to meet some new people in your life. Because guess what? Nobody that knew you when you left the street, even if you knew them, they don't know to know you.
Right. They don't.
Only people in prison that been around you when they was doing that time with you know you, the person that you talk to walking that track and hitting, you know, in the malls with, and that's who know you. Anybody on the street, I don't care if you knew them, you was talking to them, they don't really know you. They just know what you give them. And if you meet anybody new, even an old person, they still don't know you. Yeah, they know of who you were, but they don't know the new you. So you always have to look at it like that. You can know the new me or just keep it pushing. And don't compromise or bargain with none of that. Right. None of that. Because that's you. If the person want to deal with you, they're going to deal with you. But like I said, FUCK, do you.
Yeah, it's very important. You wanted to say something?
Yeah. You know, you go back to the last year you were in prison and the thoughts you had about making it in the street and what you was going to do. If you can hold on to that, that makes so much difference. If you can come out and say, well, I said I wasn't going to hang with this person or I wasn't going to hang with that person, and don't do it, you know? But just think about all the time the last year you were in prison and what you were thinking about doing when you got out. And if you can keep that in your mind, you got it whooped.
And one of the things too I want to say is something that Terrell mentioned, and that's evolving. If you're on this earth and you're not evolving, you are remaining stagnant. That's not a positive thing. if you are 24 years later, 25 years later, 30 years later, still doing the same things, focusing on the same things, you have failed yourself. You have failed yourself because there's too much to learn. There are too many things to experience for you to still be doing the same thing the same way all the time. Scott, why don't you chime in for me? What you thinking about the topic? You might have to unmute.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yes.
I like the topic. I mean, it's something that I don't think we really discuss a lot out here. I think we take it for granted. We just kind of roll with the punches and hope we make it. I don't think there's really that much of a support system out here. I think we could probably do a lot better if we can kind of talk with one another. A lot of times, I mean, whether you're in a transitional home or we come across each other on the streets, we try to make it sound like, hey, we're doing great. We don't really want to admit the fact that, hey, you know what, man, I'm struggling right now. Or you know what, or I need some help with something. You know, it's just like that same etiquette when you walk around and you talk to somebody and ask how you're feeling. We just naturally say, hey, I'm feeling great. We don't bother to actually tell them the truth.
Right.
You know, and I think that nobody knows what we've gone through, you know, except us. You know, and no one knows what we need to hear more than from somebody else that's experienced the same thing. And you know, regardless of what color you are or what background you're from or whether you've been in a gang or not, a prison experience has been almost the same. When we come out, we tend to have the same struggles, whether it's with substance abuse or getting back into gangs or just not seem to fitting into society. I think that if we learn to rely on each other as a resource, you know, if we look at each other as a resource and try to depend on one another and ask each other, you know, I got a cat going crazy right now.
Uh-oh. That cat sound like it's ready to have some sex. That's when cats sound like that. When they
No, this cat is very old.
okay and set in their ways. So look, you know, that's very important what you said. And honestly, Scott, one of the reasons that we do Free to Heal is because
Hang on a
it's
second.
important to
Hang on a second.
uh-huh. It's really important for people to have a support system. You know,
Yes.
it really matters that they have a support system. And that's why we try to why we come together every week. So that people, and again, as I told you when you joined us the first time, the reason that I record these so that other people might hear it, because it's nothing more devastating than to feel like I'm the only one. I'm the only one experiencing it. Nobody, I'm gonna just go ahead and mute you, but you know, it's hurtful and it feels very isolating to believe that nobody understands what I'm experiencing. And I can't talk to anybody about it. That's a very cold place to be. It's very isolating. So it matters that we have people that understand. And that's why this support system, this group right here, really is a support system for people to experience. It really is. It is something great. Mr. Bradley, I'd like to hear your input.
Yeah, great topic. And
You said a what topic?
Great topic. I was incarcerated.
Great, okay.
I was I socialized with people who we understood each other, that we felt each other's pain. Just like, you know, Cherry was saying, they were walking the track with people, we sharing our feelings, our deepest feelings, our thoughts, our hurts, and everything. It's like therapy as we was walking the track, sharing with one another. We really got to know one another. And now these people, I don't hang with nobody, you know. I don't hang with nobody out here because these people don't understand me and I don't really understand them. The other day, about 2 days ago, this dude that I helped raise, he's about 7 years younger than me. And he like called me talking about his girlfriend tripping took him in to, they say, ops hood, so-called enemy hood, and stuff like that. She's a gang member. I'm like, what you doing dealing with a gang member? Female, you too old to be dealing with gang members, especially from the opposite where you from. And he like, she broke my keys in the car and told her homeboys to get me and all this. And he, man, what's up? And what, man, they tripping, what's up? I'm like, I'm getting mad as I'm talking to this dude because I'm trying to talk some sense in him. And so he's still with the bull gang banging stuff, trying to be. The dude's a rat. The dude is ratting on some of the homies, and you calling me after I did a life sentence, talking about your problems, these dudes talking about killing you. And then he got mad at me, said, why you raising my voice? I said, I need to come over there and beat your motherfucking ass for calling me with this dumb shit, you know? And so he never called back ever since. I'm like, you know, what the fuck this rat bastard calling me for? Trying to get me caught up in some dumb shit, gangbanging shit. I'm like, man, this dude, I'm trying to be calm. I was talking to him, getting madder and madder. But then when he told me why I'm raising his voice, I just snapped. I wanted to go there and whoop his ass for trying
Well,
to
and the
get me
thing of
caught
it
up in
is
some
that, you
bullshit.
know, you did your time, all that time that you did, right? And like you say, at this age, you still in dealing with a girl that's gang banging and like you have like just the whole concept is just, I understand your frustration is what I'm trying to tell you. I can see why you was frustrated. And then on top of it, he living foul, right? In terms, because if you still gonna be in that life, right? Snitching ain't it, right? So whatever you doing, you know, you putting yourself, and then why, like you say, why he calling you at this point? The only thing he could get you caught up in some stuff and say, well, he said, and this was, no, don't be calling me with that. Don't be calling me with
And
that.
then the thing is, I got friends from everywhere
You
in
got what
LA.
from
I
everywhere?
mean friends.
Uh-huh.
Friends I met, my partners that I kick it with, they call me and steal from prison. You know, and then it's like I got family from everywhere. Man, I don't got time for that gang banging bullshit. My thing is to bring my people together and do something positive. And
Right.
this stupid motherfucker came calling me with this bull. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, bring my people together and stop all this madness. But at the same time, I'm trying not to say the wrong thing to the point when he said, "Why I'm raising my voice," said, "Oh my God,
Yeah,
that
and that
old
was a
dude,
tightrope you was walking anyway, right? Trying to
yeah,
manage all of those different feelings and emotions and those different things going on. You was walking on a tightrope, and when he said, "Why are you raising your voices?" So I could stay up on this daggone tightrope you got me on. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
Trying not to get caught up in no mess because it's so easy for that to happen. You see what I'm saying?
yeah.
So it, you know, I understand that in a big way. You know, is
See, and another thing is like people. I say people out here. A lot of them grew. I'm gonna say a lot of them grew. Me myself, it was like I was caught up in a world that time is stopped, but at the same time, I was educating myself, and every day I was trying to be a better person. Which a lot of dudes in there, we were trying to better ourselves, you know, so we can survive, so we won't make the same mistakes we made by going to prison and stuff. You know, we were looking at the consequences behind our actions and all this type of stuff, and you know, it's like these people out here thinking we the same people who
yes,
got incarcerated and think we still got that same mentality when we educate ourselves and became a better person. They stuck on stupid about us, how we think and who we are today. Just like, you know, someone said, we have changed.
yeah,
You know, we sit there like we educate ourselves just to get out of prison, just become a better person. Because a lot of us realize we hurt our family by going to prison. You know, like Berta, she was saying the things she was going through, going to prison, see her son, and all that. That really fucked me up. I'm like, motherfucker, this what, you know, people, our loved ones really go through, and she shared that. That's why I said more men need to hear her story because that's their parents of loved ones, same story, similar to that, probably worse. That's why I like, wow, I give big respect to her because she went through so much because of the love she had for her family and whoever else she was going to see to do all that trauma. That was number trauma she went through. You know, that's a
Absolutely.
strong woman. Strong woman did that shit. But yeah,
Absolutely. Thank you.
good topic. Good topic. Hell of a topic.
Wonderful. Mr. Terry, we talking about, and I'm sure you know something about this, is putting down things, being different when you came home from prison, and there are people you can't or don't associate with anymore. And it's not as much fun to do what they're doing and those kinds of things. So weigh in for me on the topic. You gotta unmute. You gotta unmute.
Yeah, I've been listening
There
to
you
all
go.
and everything. I've been watching Fat Man over there laying down on his bed.
Yeah, fat man gotta lay down because fat man gonna be up all night, 12 o'clock midnight to 8:30 in the morning. That's
So,
my shift. I,
hey,
I,
yeah, when I went to prison, I wasn't the same person I came out to be. I'm a more better and honest and person and kinder person. I don't have that hatred anymore and the bigotry. I hated everybody because of the way I was treated in life. You know, your father beats you and slaps you around just for the heck of it, or you're not wanted, or you just don't feel like you're wanted. So I got drunk all the time, stayed drunk half the time, went out with my buddies, stole things all the time, and got DUIs after DUIs, and just be a rebellious person. And I'm not that no more. That God has taken that away from me. I don't have any more hatred or bigotry or self-censor. I'm just a nice person in everything.
And
Um,
that's been my experience. I could tell you that since you've been home. Everything that I've ever heard you say has always been in a positive light and in a positive direction. And so I can say the energy that you give off in our exchanges have always been positive, and that's a blessing. And it's crazy because nobody would think that, going to prison would have been a useful thing, but it was a tool that I realized through the years in dealing with people who have been incarcerated. There are a lot of people where the creator had to sit them down and slow them down to get their attention in a lot of ways and help clean them up. I know too many people where drugs and alcohol, they were headed, according to them, they would be dead had they not went into prison. And not that you can't get drugs and alcohol in prison, that's not the thing, but for them it provided, I guess, just a space that allowed them to take advantage of it to get sober, and it's very useful for them. And so I'm glad that you had the chance to do that as well while you were in prison.
what happened is when I went to prison, I didn't want to smoke anymore. I didn't want to drink anymore. It took 35 years for me to quit smoking and drinking and doing all that stuff. And I haven't had a drink or alcohol or any cigarettes or drugs or nothing. God has taken all that from me and made me a better and healthier person. I'm 71 years old today. My birthday's
Today,
coming up.
happy birthday! Happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
Thank you. My birthday will be December 6th. I'll be 71. But my sister is 60 and she still smokes, drinks, and all that other stuff. And she looks like she's 95 years old. And
I bet.
that's what alcohol does to you.
And cigarettes will dry you out, make you look like a dried up prune faster than anything on the planet. You look,
yeah,
look, prime example.
yeah.
There you go. Look,
Yeah.
that's it right there.
Fuck
Look,
you.
dried up like hell. Look.
Hey, y'all leave my brother alone. That's my twin. Y'all leave my twin
He been
alone.
smoking since he was 7, and y'all didn't even know he was only 40 years old, did y'all?
Yeah.
Look at his old ass. But look, and at this point with Pike, I think if he stopped smoking and drinking smoking and drinking Coca-Cola soda, I think he would die immediately, because I think at this point it's a preservative. It's like it ain't a necessity. but no, seriously, I know too many people that happen.
Some mornings I get up and I can't breathe good. I light up a cigarette. I'm fine.
That is the craziest thing I've ever heard in
It's
my
the
entire
truth.
life, but I don't doubt it for a second. If nothing else, psychologically is working. You know what I'm saying? So like the placebo effect. But whatever works, listen, we glad for every day that his old wrinkled up, dried up looking self is here with us. We praise the
Hey,
Father for
hey,
that all
hey,
the time.
hey,
And we
hey,
look
hey,
forward to seeing
hey,
his old wrinkled, dried up.
hey,
I took
hey,
extra
hey.
time in my day to go drive to go get his dried up, wrinkled looking self. I did that.
Hey, get off my brother. I tell you about that. Y'all ain't
He
gonna
gonna run me
just
over. Let me tell you something. He can't even walk to the damn corner. He ain't gonna run nobody over. Okay. Only thing
that's
he's
all
gonna do
right.
is
That's,
get run over by
that's
his walker.
my brother.
He gonna get run over by his walker. Okay. That's all he can do. But look, we go look for him. We go look for him with all his dried up self or whatever. We love him and we're gonna keep on loving on him. Okay. That just
Yeah, yeah.
anybody.
Until that
And
day, I
if
love
you
him to
mess
death.
with them, you got a whole tribe of folks to deal with to get past it. Okay, just know that
I'm the first one. I'm the big body. Y'all don't
that's
have to
right.
worry about nothing.
We send him out
I'm the
front and we right
enforcer.
behind him. And look, my thing is this:
Don't put him out
we
front.
put him out front. Look, this
Tim satellite dish.
Yeah, that sounds
Tim,
good.
Tim,
Put the old bastard
Tim.
out front so he can go down.
Hey, with them big old satellite dish, I know you can hear everything from here to Mars. Tell me what's going on Mars.
Wait, but listen, y'all. Wait, listen. This is the thing. This is the thing. If they could get past James, they would regret the day they did. Because these women in here, I'm gonna tell you something. They think they get past James, they doing something. Look, we a lot of work up in here. Okay, you better come. You better bring you a sack lunch. Okay, that's what I'm just trying to tell you. So I want,
And your pillow.
huh?
They better bring a sack lunch and a pillow because it's gonna be a long,
It's gonna be a long
long
evening,
haul.
honey. It's gonna be a long evening.
Yes, it's gonna be a long one.
Get past us messing around with Pike, okay? That's the one thing I can say about our village. We listen, in it, you in it, okay? And we protective as all get out, but it's necessary because it's something you guys have mentioned earlier tonight. And that's one is that a lot of people don't understand what you've been through and they can't because they've never been through it. And at the same time, being on the other side of that, being a loved one, and now you guys get to understand what we've been through. So as usual, Miss Roberta brought us a great topic tonight. And I want to divert just for a second to say that Thursday is Thanksgiving, and I'm thankful for each and every one of you that allow me the opportunity to share anything and to bring us together every week for a discussion about those things that affect directly the people who have been incarcerated, their loved ones, and our communities as a whole, our families, because there's a lot of unspoken trauma that has been inflicted on our families by people being snatched out of our communities and every community. It's not just, we can say our community, but I can tell you from experience and knowing people that there's no community that this hasn't happened, where people are plucked out of the community for one reason or another. And it has nothing to do, I'm not talking guilt or innocence. I'm just saying the reality is that when you have a family structure, when you have a community structure, and you begin to poke holes in it by removing people out of position and taking them and putting them in a very artificial environment, it creates harm to the community. Yes, there are people who have done horrific things that need to pay a debt to society. I get that. But at the same time, a lot of times it was not with that intention. And there were a lot of other intentions and people got long sentences and the crimes, the time didn't match up with the crime. And there were ulterior motives for that. We know, how the system operates. And so our goal is always to help to heal ourselves first, because you got to put your oxygen mask on you before you start trying to help somebody else. Work on your stuff, own your own shit. Okay. When you know that you have been wrong in areas, you have been misinformed, you've been ignorant about some things, you've been straight, then fix it. Take responsibility for those things and fix it. But I'm thankful for each one of us. I'm thankful for the time that you guys spend. I'm thankful for the honesty and the vulnerability that you guys express and share with us, because in your willingness to be vulnerable, it allows us to explore topics that may not otherwise be explored. And there's somebody we're helping that we may never actually meet those people. There are people that we're helping that we may never meet. So I just want to thank each one of you for your time. And I want to end this particular session this way. I want to start with you, James, and I want to know something you're thankful for.
Oh, here we go. First of all, I'm thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, my savior, that I'm here today and that I'm able to wake up every day and start over and do things more better in my journey. The other thing that I'm thankful for is my new family. You guys have been some of the most influential and gracious people and most patient and caring people that I've ran across in many, many, many years. And the third thing I'm thankful for is the freedom to make choices. Whereas I was so captivated, like Roberta said, so captivated in the gang life, the drug life, the fast life, in a life that wasn't conducive to me being progressive, that I think I would have been in the cemetery if I didn't make it to the penitentiary, like what was spoken before. So the blessings is already here. Now I just have to slow down, like my grandmother said, smell the roses and enjoy the flowers.
Hallelujah.
And I'd like to tell y'all thank y'all, and please keep going, because it don't stop after we leave the transitional home. This is when you leave the transition home, that's when the rubber meets the road, and that's when you're gonna need this group more than anything. So, continue on like I do. I've been out for parole. I've been out of prison 3 years, and I am a living example of this group here really helps. It works, and it's a manifestation of what God has put together. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Terry, tell me something you're thankful for.
I'm thankful for all the friends I've got in my life. I'm thankful that I made out of it. God healed me and kept me dying from alcohol. I'm thankful for being myself.
Wonderful. Scott, unmute and tell me what you're thankful for. Something you think. Oh, wait a minute. It went gotta unmute again. Unmute one more time, Scott. Unmute. There you go.
All right. Just honestly, I'm just thankful to be out after 34 years in prison. This is my first holidays. Unfortunately, I'll be working this Thanksgiving, but I'll be with a bunch of guys that I can spend it with, and they don't get to go home. They're court ordered to be there for 2 years, so at least I'll get to spend some time with them, because I know how they're feeling. I spent enough of those holidays away from family, so I'm just thankful. I'm thankful for the opportunities. I'm thankful for the people that I'm surrounded by. Not everybody that's around me that are in the homes are positive. Some of them brought prison home with them. All I can do is try and be an example for them to help them. Maybe they can leave prison behind once and for all. They haven't paroled yet, even though they're out. So I'm just thankful for the opportunities. I'm thankful for a job. Thankful for the friends and the relationships I've developed.
Wonderful. And I'm glad you're with us. Mr. Bradley.
Yeah, I'm thankful for first being free out of prison. I'm thankful for being out of that mortuary thing where you between hell and earth, and I'm thankful for all the positive things I learned in prison. Now I'm here on the streets to to see things for what they really are, see people for who they really are, and a second chance of life, a second chance of living, a second chance of making things right in my life and the people's lives who really did love me and stuff. And so, and I'm happy for this group, having this group too. Thank you for having this group too, because this group is really, really special to me. It's some deep people, some people that, yeah, just really, I really touched me in a good way and stuff. So yeah, I'm
Awesome.
thankful for all you having y'all in my life. Thank you.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you. Mr. Stephens,
Yes, Mr. Berta, I want to
come closer to your microphone, sir.
yes, Miss Roberta, I want to thank you for allowing me.
I don't know, for some reason we can't hear you hardly.
Yes, I want to thank Miss Roberta for allowing me to embrace my shame and my regret, because today I feel so privileged to have God serving in my life, and I just want to thank her for bringing this topic up, letting us see where we was and where we are today.
Thank you. See that, Miss Roberta? See what you doing? See what you doing? Can you tell us something you thankful for? Uh-oh.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you, James.
Oh, you got the
I
lips
don't even
off.
know where to
You got the
start.
lips off, Roberta.
Oh my. No, because I'm on my phone. Because
Oh,
I'm on my phone
okay.
and not the computer. It's an outage
Okay.
over here, but James told me what to do.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know even where to start, but I'm so grateful for so much. Mr. Stephens, I always appreciate you and your and everything you in your input all the time. You always got something positive to say. So I appreciate you always. And I'm glad I was able to tell you that today. Um, I'm thankful for my founder of the job I work at. Tony's mom chose me to go into prison and to give other women hope of getting out in Wisconsin this past week. And it really impacted me. So I'm grateful for that. And I'm thankful. And I'm just thankful for Free to Heal. So again, thank you, Cheryl, for opening me up to this and giving me this space to meet these people and being able to open my heart up. And I know sometimes I could push back, but I really mean good.
Yeah. And you've grown so much, Roberta, and I'm so proud of you. I'm so and I think it gives me joy to see you allowing yourself to live and breathe and not hold on to the hurt and the anger. It really is it does my heart good. So I'm excited about that. Sir, you got something you thankful for?
I'm thankful.
Yeah. Yeah. Love
Who
you.
the hell are you laughing at?
I'm thankful for Coca-Cola.
Yeah, bad bastard.
Yeah.
And this is the love. That was a love, okay? Miss Tony.
Term of endearment.
I am.
Slide up a little closer.
I am definitely. I am
Yeah,
grateful.
like this.
I have a grandbaby coming in about 10 days.
Yay.
I'm definitely grateful for this group and all of the perspectives and all of the healing that we allow one another. And I appreciate everyone, and I'm just thankful to be here.
Wonderful. Ma'am.
I'm seriously thankful that all of us are out of incarceration on the holiday season, and because we spend a lot of time in there on the holidays. Yes, we spent a lot of years away, and remember the people that we left behind, and just if you don't even contact them, just say a prayer that they'll be getting out soon too. But I'm so grateful that we're here. And thank you guys for showing up and stuff.
And I just need to echo Roberta's thanks for Cheryl Ward, because honestly, Free to Heal wouldn't be what it is. We wouldn't have the participation that we have were it not for Cheryl. I spoke to April Atkins and I told her I needed her to come and bring some folks. And she said, I got the perfect person. And Cheryl has truly been the heart and soul of Free to Heal. And I want all of us to just remember that she has been the heart and soul of this group from day one. And I'm grateful for that. So, Ms. Di.
Oh, I'm just grateful that I have met these people, which I've been doing no ring for years. But I'm very grateful for the family I came into and the friends, and I'm happy to see all of y'all every week. Stop it. I'm happy to see everybody every week, and I'm just grateful for another year of growth.
Okay, and now we got him over here. He need to tell us what he grateful for.
Talking about hitting somebody in her throat. I'm grateful for not getting hit in my throat.
That's a good thing to be thankful for. That's a good thing to be thankful for.
No, I'm thankful just to be alive, have opportunity, Free to Heal, every other platform, and the new people that are in my life, the new strangers that are associates and acquaintances and friends that and making me a better me and accepting me for me and loving me for me and helping me grow and love and heal. That's what I'm grateful for.
Awesome.
And all those I'm going to meet in the future.
Wonderful. So I just want to say again, I'm grateful to all of you guys for being here. I'm grateful to be able to pour anything I have into this endeavor. And I want to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Thanks for another great evening at Free to Heal. And we'll see you guys next week. See you later. See you guys.
See you next Christmas.
Happy Thanksgiving.
All right.
I do.